Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's make a double-side fan fold shirt. We're going to start by centering the shirt, and this process is going to go pretty fast, but I have a link to another video down in the description for this video which shows how to center a shirt. Essentially what I'm doing is getting both halves of the fabric on the front of the shirt right up next to each other, and both halves of the fabric on the back of the shirt right up next to each other. That way, whenever I apply the dye or do anything else to the shirt, the front is going to look pretty much the same on both halves when the shirt is completed, and the same thing for the back. Now that the shirt is centered, I'm going to draw an arc on the side of the shirt that I'm going to use to fan fold. Using a washable marker, I'm going to make a mark where I'd like for the center of that arc to be, and then I'm going to wrap an old piece of sinew around the washable marker, place the other end on that mark, and I'm going to draw myself an arc on the shirt. In this case, I drew 2 on there just because I wasn't happy with the first one. I'm going to use these lines to fan fold. Once I have the shirt fan folded, I'm going to tie this line with some sinew, but I'm not going to tie it tightly. I'm just going to barely pull the sinew until it kind of holds. I am not going to pull it tight enough to actually get white lines where I'm placing my sinew lines. Then on either side of this initial line, I'm going to straighten the fan folds and I'm going to continue tying sinew lines. And here again, I'm not going to make these lines very tight. I really just am using them for reference. I'm also going to draw some lines on the shirt so that I can place my sinew lines an equal distance from each other. Once I have all the lines tied, I'm going to place this shirt aside. And honestly, I placed it aside and left it for probably about 3 weeks before I got back around to dyeing it. So it was clearly completely dry when I went to put the dye on. I decided to do some purple and teal colors for this one. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to alternate teal and purple dyes. For my setup, I've placed the shirt onto a collapsible leg shelf. So I have one leg that's extended, and it's the one over on the left-hand side that's outside of the container, and the right leg I have collapsed so that the shirt is at an incline. Then, to make myself an ice barrier, I'm using some silicone cake molds, wrapping them around the shirt, and then I'm going to use some wooden clothespins to hold them up close to the shirt. I have links to the silicone cake molds and a bunch of the other items that I use when I tie-dye down below this video in the description. Because this shirt is completely dry, I'm going to lightly spray it with a soda ash solution that I've placed inside of a spray bottle. That'll help the dye stick to the shirt just a little bit better. Now to apply the dye, for the very first color I'm going to apply, it's going to be on the center of the fan fold area. That's the part that's at the top of the incline. I'm going to use Jade Green from Dharma Trading Company, and I'm going to place this all up in that top area, above the very first sinew line that's shown. Then on each additional sinew line, I'm going to place one line of the other dye colors. And I'm going to have to repeat these colors because I don't have enough colors for every sinew line. So the colors that I'm using are Jade Green, and lavender from Dharma Trading Company. I'm using a color from Custom Colors called Sea Foam, followed by Royal Purple from Dye Spin, and Mermaid's Dream and Imperial Purple, which are both Dharma Trading Company colors. Now I'm going to add a layer of ice on the shirt, and my ice has been in the freezer for a while, so I have kind of some bigger chunks of ice, but it's going to work just fine. I'm going to place the ice in the shirt, and then I'm going to try something a little bit different with this shirt. Normally I apply an additional sprinkle of dry soda ash over the top of the dye, but this time I'm going to apply it over the top of the ice. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but I just thought I would try it. Then I'm going to place the shirt aside, and I'm going to let this first layer of ice melt. And after it melted, I came back and had quite a bit of undissolved dye left sitting on top. So I added another layer of ice and allowed it to melt as well. Then after the ice melted, it was a little chilly in my dye space, so I went ahead and left the shirt for probably about 3 days before I went ahead and rinsed it out. Then to rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink and I began rinsing it in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. Then I warmed the water up to hot and continued rinsing in hot water to try to rinse out the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. Instead of rinsing for a long time though, I went ahead and soaked the shirt. So to do that, I ran some really hot water in my utility sink, added some Blue Dawn dish soap to the water, placed the shirt inside, and I allowed it to soak. I let the shirt soak until my water was remaining almost clear, and then I went ahead and placed the shirt in my washing machine along with some Dharma's professional textile detergent, and I washed it using a hot water cycle. Okay, so the shirt has been washed, dried, and ironed, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think this one looks pretty cool. I like the color combination of the teal and the purple. I do have to admit, some of my teal kind of mixed with the purple and just became like a lighter blue, but I think it looks pretty cool. I like that little pop of yellow that I have in the shirt too. And I tracked it down. That one came from the Seafoam Green from Custom Colors. The Mermaid's Dream is in there, but it kind of gets lost a little bit because it's further down the shirt, and so the other colors are running into it. I think each color would have shown off a little bit more if I wouldn't have put the colors so close together. So if you want to have your colors be more individualized where they don't run into each other as much, that's what you can do. Is you can spread them out a little bit, your sinew lines. Maybe don't make them quite as close together as I did. But I really like this one. I like the design, and I like the colors flowing together. You know, the dye flow on an ice dye and an incline is really my favorite. I love the way the dye streaks into the middle of the shirt. I think that looks really cool. And I do like the fact that I have those big pops of jade green on each of the sides of the shirt. I think that looks cool too. So overall, I love the shirt. I think it looks really pretty. But what do you guys think? Please drop me some comments down below and let me know. And if you've enjoyed the video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.